What's up, guys? Today I'm back with another video. This is another story time, and this time it's going to be about the time I almost died from alcohol poisoning. Now, this was about 3 months ago, like 2 months ago, and it all started with at my school. There's like a tradition of like hazing or froshing, whatever you want to call it, and so I was me being the freshman, and me and my freshman friends, and then the juniors, we all like met up at this park, and we met up at this one park, and then they drove us to this other park, and we were just doing like games and stuff. Like we had like get paddled or whatever with like wooden paddles, and there was a bunch of alcohol, like vodka bottles, beers and stuff. We were like, and and I was, drinking too much. Like, I was just drinking a lot, and the day kept going. Like this probably started at like 1 o'clock, and then so we were just drinking from like 1 o'clock, and then after all the games and stuff, I'm not really gonna go into huge detail on that, the whole like hazing part or whatever. But after that, we went to this party or like kickback at this one of the kids' houses, and we're having a good time there. We're chilling. I was really drunk, but I wouldn't have gotten alcohol poisoning quite yet. And we're all just hanging out there, and I'm just sitting on this couch talking to these girls. And the next thing you know, like my friend pours a cup of vodka. It's like, yo, it's water, like joking around. And then he's like, it's like I'm playing this vodka, like blah blah blah. Anyway, so everyone's saying no, like they don't want it, and like me being so drunk, I just didn't even know what was really going on. And this girl took the cup and was like, "Here, it's water," and she got like crushed it on my face a little bit, but I just like kept drinking it down, like I didn't really stop it or nothing. And I was like, after that, like I don't even really remember this, but everyone said that I just went like dumb, like I just went from being like okay, like just drunk to like look like a dead man. And I'm just like, it was crazy. Like they were carrying me around, and like they had me like lay on the ground. Everyone's trying to get me throw up. Like they're sticking their fingers down my throat and stuff, trying to get me throw up because I was not okay. Like I was out, blacked out. And then they started carrying me down to this other place, down deeper into this backyard. And then I was just so out. Like they could not bring me back. Like they were throwing water on me, slapping me and stuff, and I was not waking up. So they called an ambulance. And the ambulance came, and they were like, when they showed up, apparently I was like, F you, like, I don't need you guys. And apparently I just started peeing everywhere. And I know this because I was talking, I'm actually family friends with the firefighter that picked me up. And so he told me, after it all happened. Anyways, so I get to the hospital, and I'm out conscious for 6 hours. Like they're doing all this stuff, like they're splashing water on me, like putting water in my ears, putting water on my neck, trying to wake me up. They even put a catheter in me, which is where they stick this tube up your dick so you can pee, like while you're unconscious. And I didn't wake up, and they're putting that in there, so that's how everyone knew I was really out. Anyway, so I woke up about 2:30 a.m. after got to the hospital like 8, something like that. And 2:30 a.m. I wake up. They're like, "All right, Levi, like, do you know where you are?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm at the party. Like, yeah, like, what's up, dude? Like, this is so fun." They're like, "Nah, man, you're in the hospital." And I was like, "No, I'm at the party. Like, I'm at the kickback. Like, it's cool." Like, "Nah, you're at the hospital. You have alcohol poisoning. You almost just died." And I was like, whoa, like, I didn't even really notice. I still was not comprehending the situation. And they're like, "Do you see your ass? Like, do you see what's going on? Like, do you know the severity of all this?" And I was like, "Yeah, like, I'm not worried about that. Like, I'm just worried about getting in trouble. Like, what's gonna happen?" And then, like, they had social workers coming in. Like, my ass was purple, yellow, everything from all these paddles, right? And so I'm just in the hospital, and I'm just so out of it. Like, they're giving me all these fluids. Like, everyone's freaking out because, again, they didn't know if I was gonna live or die when I was unconscious. Like, they didn't know if I was gonna be able to wake up from this, and so it's like, I guess it was like a pretty scary incident for everyone. And so I was up and I was, laying there trying to talk, but I was so drunk still that I couldn't really, no one could really understand me. And eventually I got to sleep a little bit, but they transferred me to a different hospital because I had a lot of neck trauma from when people were trying to make me throw up and stuff. But I transferred to a different hospital because, again, the trauma stuff. And so I got to sleep, and I woke up, and a bunch of social workers asked me a bunch of questions, and I didn't want to opt unknown or nothing. So I was like, yeah, I was, do you know what, do you know what the bruises are on your bottom? Do you know what that's from? I was like, yeah, we were swimming, and when we went into the lake, there was this rock that you'd have to walk on to get into the lake, and it was really slippery, and I fell, and I hit my ass really hard. They're like, oh, that's not the story. That matches, that story doesn't match what everyone else was telling us. I was like, oh no, that's what happened. And I was still so drunk that I didn't even know what I was really saying. And so eventually I got back to sleep again. They wouldn't let me lay I had a neck brace on. They wouldn't let me lay on my sides, give me a pillow or nothing, because they didn't know if I had trauma to my neck. And I woke up in the hospital in the morning, and my mom and dad came, and then all my bros came, my shout out Isaiah, Walker, Gus, Jerome, shout out all of them for coming through, and then shout out Chris, Zoe, and Celia for coming, because they all just came, supported me in the hospital when I needed it, and yeah, that was cool of all of them to show up like that. And then I didn't get out of the hospital till later that day at 6 o'clock, because they didn't know if I was good or not. But eventually at 6 o'clock they finally let me out. And yeah, that's pretty much it of how I almost died from alcohol poisoning. My blood alcohol level was 0.36, and 0.4 is death pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed that story. That was probably my most life-threatening story ever. So drop a like for that one and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.